Hello, hello. Hi, Ahmed.
How are you, Elena, today?
I am great. I'm so excited about our next episode, which we are going to record today because it is powerful. It is powerful. And also, this is the final episode where we will summarize everything what we learned in our previous episodes. And we'll share with you how we can go from one quantum leap to another quantum leap continuously, setting one big goal after another big goal. Let's go.
Yeah, as my colleague Elena said that this is the final episode, but it's the beginning. It's the beginning for everyone that whenever you grasp all those processes, you must win. So today we'll go so much deeper on self-reflection, on the discipline, on the power of repetition, all the concepts that we've been learned through the last, let's say, the 11 models, how we could apply them more and more in our personal growth and in achieving our goals, and how to use the standards and always set up high standards to achieve more and more and take extreme ownership about our actions. So now we're connecting all the dots to have that strong mindset, which is stronger than our emotion, to take control and have this positive mental attitude in whatever situation in life. So I want everyone who is listening to us to consider that I'm talking to you and only you. And whatever even Elena is saying is telling to you. So take these words, whatever we are saying to you, and apply it, because it's not enough to only learn the thing. Learning means you know about it, but doing it is the key. So the next 90 days is so essential to create your next transformation, your next move. And here that requires to disrupt comfort. It doesn't happen, those transformations, those shifts, those quantum leaps in comfort zone. It will never happen. That's why everyone is listening to us. I want you to really think, start thinking like in an explosive way of thinking. Stop using the old conditioning. Stop using the old model that you've been on. Now you are at the new level of thinking, a new awareness. So I want everyone to start thinking, and you have this mental faculty. It's reasoning. You must activate that. And through imagination, you start taking the action.
Yes, and also you learned how to make irrevocable committed decisions. Decision to get what you want, to see that it is already achieved. Yes, and this all comes from definiteness of your purpose. Once you decided what you want, you know that it is possible, then you believe in yourself. You have faith that when you do the work, when you go towards your goal will go towards you. Yes, so you learn how to be persistent, you learned how to use imagination to create that visual, yes, image in your mind that you can tune with that goal, get there already, and everything what you do, how you think, how you feel comes from that goal. And this is how we spoke about creating new self-image. You created your new self-image, you became that person who already achieved that goal, and everything what you think and do, you think as this is already in your past, as you already looking in the past. And
So
you committed and determined, taking actions, and also you work on your habits. Every day you decide what are your priorities, what are negotiable, not negotiable actions, and you become disciplined and focused and determined to do it every day, whatever it takes, till you achieve your big goal.
So let's, everyone who's listening, describe the next 90 days. If you didn't make that shift or that quantum leap so far, it's okay. Just give some grace to your, don't feel overwhelmed. Give a title for the next 90 days. And I would see like transformation would be the best title for the next 90 days. But that requires to understand your mind. And we talk a lot about that and understanding the laws of the universe. once you are in harmony with that, once you accept that idea that transformation would be the key for the next 90 days, once you accept that idea and don't see anything else, just reject anything else, that would be the key. And just remember, once we talk about the standards, because it's impossible to exceed the standards that we have to ourselves. So always we have that process of improving our standards, because those standards will set your baseline, will set your results. It's how you accept or reject things. It depends on you. The standards will set you where you are going, and it will accelerate your goal. So I want you to be aware what standards you are putting to yourselves, because your standard is setting the level where you can go. Another key is your identity. We must own our identity. You cannot be pretending someone else. You must know who you want to become, how you'd be thinking, how you'd be feeling, and how you'd be acting. And start from now. Start applying the exercise we said about that. Because I want you to think and feel and act based on what you want, not on someone else, what they want for you. And based on your goal, I want you to have that identity-based behavior. What would be that identity-based behavior that will make a shift toward my goal? And once you identify that identity, I want to play that movie to be that star of that movie. And as my colleague said, Elena, that you have to decide. So either you say, one day I will do that, or you say, this is day one, you decided, you make that irrevocable, committed decision, and you move forward.
Yes, and also we spoke about attitude. Your attitude towards you and your attitude towards life will determine life attitude towards yourself. So look at things, whatever happens, that it is happening for you. Have that attitude of constant learner. Learn from every situation. See the goal, what you want to achieve. Learn from people. Be open to hear. Be open to listen. Be open to receive new ideas. And also be ready to take risk. Remember, we had episode where we spoke how to overcome fear. The fear, it is the fake evidence appear real. We understand that most of fear that people feel is about future, and 99% never happens. This is just imagination, how people are conditioned to think negatively. What if something goes wrong? And we know that this is all the paradigms. It is not you. This is just a subconscious programs which hold you back. Your brain can just compare something that it already known in the past, in the current situation. And when you want to jump to another level, when you start doing things, taking actions to achieve your goal, these paradigms will start sabotage you, and you will see the terra barrier wall of fear and doubt, and you know already from the previous model that it is normal. This is just a path to success. Every time you have fear, do it anyway, face the fear, and it will disappear. And this is how you grow.
Absolutely. Negative attitude stops miracles in their tracks. So, and this is one of the main obstacle that holding people back. So if you're listening to us now, I want you to just observe your results. Don't react to it. Just respond to it. Observe it where it needs adjustments, and just move forward, because all the results are created through two things: the mindset that you have and the process that you're doing. But keep in your mind that every goal you're setting demands different processes and even a different mindset to achieve. So every thought and every decision or every action creates a ripple effect. So you have to be mindful in the way of your thinking, the strengthen your mindset and the process that you're doing daily. And that's how I would love always to repeat that those quantum leaps can happen every 90 days. That's why it's so essential to make reevaluation to our belief system, to our standards, to our philosophies that we talk about. And it could happen earlier. It depends on you. So to have that quantum leap, you must be hyper focused. And focus is the will. It's a higher mental faculty that we have. you can develop that only through using it, and that's the best way to develop it. Another way is to be always hyper intentional. You know what you want, and you know that it's coming to you, expect it, and that's the intention that you have. Another idea is creating in those quantum leaps is the daily focus on the studying yourself and creating wealth. And this could be applying the power of five. We talk about the decision, the discipline, the standards, and the identity and the attitude. Another thing that could help you in the quantum leap is the deliberate practice. You can never create a quantum leap in just doing it once a day. You must be doing it every day. We are professionals, we are not amateurs. And make sure through the way you increase the value in your mission. And this is how we talk about the impression of increase. And this is by law. So whatever you give, it will come back, that energy back to you. But all what's required from your side is to attack what you need to work. Don't say that one day I will do it. Just think, have the intention every day that I want to 10x my energy, my growth energy. And that would be so easy. At the beginning, it's a little bit, you'll be willing yourself. At the middle of the way, it will be foggy. You don't know. It's messy. But at the end, it will be effortless. It's just, it will doing it with ease. You'll enjoy the process. And that's how that will give juice to your life. That will give energy to your life.
And also, we discussed about the power of mastermind, how important it is to surround yourself with high performance, with high achievers, and not only people who achieved the goals and big results where you want to be, but also these people who believe in you, and in what you can achieve, and who can tell, yes, go for that, you can do that. Yes, because it is so important to have these people in you, because in your surrounding, because you will get empowered. You will, it is energy. Yes, it is all energy, it is spirit. So when you are with these people who lift you up, who believe in you, who believe in your dreams, this will give you energy, like collective energy, yes, that will also propel you to do more, to be more, to achieve more. So you also can be very valuable member of this mastermind, of this group, because we come to mastermind not just to get something, but to give. And everyone comes to give their best. So when you grow and you achieve your goals, and then you have experience, you can give also so much to these people back in the group.
Exactly. That's why we set big goals. And setting a goal, it's an intellectual part, but achieving the goal, it's by process, by law. That's why we set big goals, extraordinary goals. And once we set those goals, it's our life, it's what we want, it's our deep desire, it's our burning desire, what we are excited to achieve. It's our uniqueness, that it's our essence. We talk about our spiritual DNA. It's perfect. So we must be all in. We must be all in, committed to our goal. We must train our subconscious mind, because 95% of our results, perceptions, and behaviors are coming from the subconscious mind. So everything we think about is from that goal, from that identity, the person who is achieving that goal. And that's why we make our future a magnificent obsession. We are obsessed with our future. We are obsessed with our goal. It's turning your goal into a love story. And love is resonance. It's an amazing energy where you keep fused and connected with your goal. This is how goals will be the like a best accountability partner. So you have that mastermind would be a great accountability partner, but you still need something inside of you, which is your goal. And we are goal seekers from the birth. So it's a matter of time to achieve that goal. And what's required from us is, I always tell you that make your goal so big. Make it so big so you believe it's impossible. But then think how you make that impossible possible. So break it down. Break that big vision into achievable goals. And that's the point that I don't want to just stop there and don't think about 2xing your goal, because it's not right or wrong. You could be 2xing your goal, but that doesn't give any spice to the game. That doesn't give any juice or energy, because once you think of 2xing, there's too many ways to achieve that. Maybe hard work, maybe there's lots of paths to get to that current results. But what I would love is to 10x your goal. And I'm sure that there's only limited ways and strategies that will work. So when you make the goal is impossible, you work from the present knowledge and assumptions, and you start tapping to that new person you want to become. And this is how we start creating the quantum leaps, because you don't know, but that requires some elimination. And some eliminations we talk about, maybe some clients you don't want to get rid of them, maybe a role that you have, maybe a behavior that you have, or an obstacle mindsets. So here it comes the point of, we talk about the leverage and how to leverage 80% of the work and just focus on the 20% who's giving the 80% and get rid of all of the non-productive actions. And this is how we grow. This is how we proceed. This is how we create those jumps. We make it like sprints. Every like 30 days, every 60 days, every 90 days, make like a to-do list. This is the things that we will achieve. And this is what we will be doing through the way. And that's how you make the adjustment through the way to create that quantum leap. Every action you do is ultimately essential to where you're going for the next 90 days. So whatever you're doing today, we are planting like seeds, you'll just rob it in the future. Your action will help you to reach your goal, nothing else. So it's not enough to have that big goal. It's not enough to be always emotionally involved. You must be act before you are ready. Keep that in your mind. And here, I would love to share that winning process that I've applied a lot. And I learned that from my mentor, Arash. Um, the process will keep you in that quantum leap. The first starting point is the authentic one. You must know what do you want. And this is what I always ask our clients. What do you really want more than anything else? If the money and time is not the issue. So if till now you did not define your want, it's okay. I want you to sit down, write like 10 things you want to achieve, but set one authentic one. That's what you want. Then the next step, you should have an irrevocable commitment. Your decision, you decided that's what I want. It's a commitment. You're all in. 3 is the courage. You must bet on yourself. You must have the courage to step out of your comfort zone. Quantum leaps and winning never happens in the comfort zone. And then you start building confidence. It's not too much confidence and not too less confidence. You must have an average amount of confidence to just move on, because this is how you start stacking wins, and this is how you develop your confidence. And from that point, we move to discipline. You start feeling the achievements and you start building that discipline. It became a habit. So always every 90 days, ask, what are the habits that I'm working on? Then you'll have bigger actions, and this is how you get results. And this is how you achieve your goal. And then you have that loop and go for another authentic one and another jump.
Yes, and whatever you do, think from the goal. Don't think to the goal. Think from the goal. So embody this new identity and new results which you already received in the future, because our current results are just results of our past assumptions, actions, and thoughts. So now when you put on the new personality, new identity, you already creating how you feel today. You already creating new results. So this new version of yourself, the best version for this moment in the future, already exists. And by taking these daily actions, implementing everything with what we shared with you in these models, you making this identity realize into your material world. Remember, using your imagination. Imagination helps you to feel, and the feelings, what you feel today, will create your future. The feelings is so important. Every night before you go to sleep, feel it is already your reality, and think how you can be that person, what that person feels, how it speaks, how it dress. And every question, start to use your five senses and bring that reality in your mind first, and you will see that according to the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, everything image which strongly you created in your mind must to get physical form. This is how all creation happened. Everything what you can see around is the energy, and everything came from the word. Everything came from the idea, and the same energy, using different ideas, it took different forms. And we also, the same energy goes through us, and by choosing ideas, yes, by using intuition, our imagination, we get the ideas, and choosing that idea and fixing that in our mind, we help this creation process to happen through us. So make sure that this is possible. Believe in yourself, have faith, and just do what we shared with you, and your success is very soon to come.
Just commit to being excellent in mental rehearsing. Mental rehearsal it's a game changer. Challenge yourself, and it's challenging to see yourself in the future. And have that millionaire morning routine, because your morning routine will define your day. Just have started with gratitude. Move your body, have like a great exercise, a walk maybe. And then write your goal, the am I statement. We talk a lot about that, auto suggestions, the meditation. All those will help you to set up your day. And even before you sleep, it's so essential. So I would close here with some questions. And just I want you, everyone who's listening to us, to think, what were the wins, the biggest wins over the 90 days that passed before through going with us? And what are the biggest accomplishments that you've applied already and you achieved already? And what are the great lessons? Because there's a lot of great lessons you've learned in the last 90 days or the last 6 months. And what are the weak points that you identified in you in the last 90 days or the last 6 months? So I want you to start observing yourself and ask yourself, where do I think that where are the places that I can develop, I can improve myself? Because there's always a better way. We always do it in a certain way. It's by law. We're always getting better every day till the end of our last day in our life. That's how it's a journey. It's not destination. So also you could ask yourself, what are the missed opportunities that I missed in the last 90 days or the 6 months? From that, those empowering questions, I want you to start thinking, using your six mental faculties, and keep your feeling as an indicator and a compass to where you are going. And the best sentence that I would love to close with is setting a freedom is the best goal you'll ever achieve. And feeling good now, it would be the best to have in all your life. So you can achieve more and more because you deserve it and it's your birthright.
And this is not the last module, right? This is last episode of this model, but this is also can be the first for the next round. Because whatever you learned, you can ask yourself what I can do better, what I could do better, how could I more implement what I learned. And of course, there is always the next level. When you implemented everything what we shared with you, you can see already such a huge change happened with you. When you look back, maybe you don't recognize myself. This is what happened to me. I didn't recognize myself when I learned and implemented, and I grew so much from these 6 months when I worked with my mentor. So now you can say that this is the end of one round, and from this day I'm going to next level. Yes, I want to go and implement all this step by step, and this time I will get it even more serious. I already get more understanding, I have more awareness. So when you start implementing all what you learned again from today, because we should never stop, right? We always have to be in this motion of growth, motion of learning and implementing new things and getting at the best level. So this is how you will never stop. Once you learn this information, you implement it, you achieve goal. After the achieving goal, you set next goal, and then you do the same process just at the different level. Because remember that there are unlimited numbers of frequencies, unlimited numbers of channels. You jumped from one channel when you were in the beginning to the next channel, right? And you can see such a bigger picture now. You can understand so much things. You can understand yourself better, who you are, and you can see how big potential you have to grow. So continue to grow, continue to learn, and implement whatever we shared with you. Listen all these models again and again. Set yourself goals, set yourself tasks, put priorities, and we are looking forward to hear from you about achieving your next goals.
As my colleague said, just be all in, willing to learn, willing to commit, and just remove all the distractions, eliminate it, just work in harmony with the laws of the mind, laws of the universe. And this is how you let go all the fear and the doubt that you have. You just do it now, attack the fear, and compete with yourself and only yourself and create with others. Thank you and see you.
And don't forget to reach out to us and share your stories, your successes. We are looking forward to hear from you.